I'm making this video in response to all the chatter about a horrible weekend beginning Friday for all people of color in this country. So because of that, I'm going to tell a story about the Louisville Metro Police Department, and I'm doing it to make sure that LMPD acts right for the next 3 days. It's important to know because media has not reported. No one knows what has been going on with LMPD. I know because I'm living at the epicenter. I'm watching it go down. There's a smoke shop here in downtown Louisville where all LMPD officers come to do their break. They come hang out when they're off, when they're in between times or whatever. But that smoke shop is filled with LMPD cops on a daily basis. That smoke shop is literally right next door to my apartment building, The View at 3rd. The View at 3rd has been filled with sex trafficking for at least the last 2 or 3 years. When I moved in, it was at its peak. By the time July rolled around, we started having problems. Lots of problems. We had LMPD, paramedics, and fire here every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All of it OD, all of it in an Airbnb, all of it involving a woman selling sex. So the sex trafficking in The View has been outrageous. It's still going on, despite the FBI being in the building for several months. The sex trafficking is still happening. The FBI did nothing to change it. They simply reduced the population. That's all they did. It's still happening. And LMPD officers are literally taking breaks, eating lunch, hanging out, steps away from this building. And LMPD has done nothing. No arrests, nothing. They just shrug their shoulders and walk away. Every single LMPD officer I have encountered at the smoke shop acts like sex trafficking at The View is a normal course of daily events. Why am I telling you this? Because I want Louisville citizenry to walk away with the same impression I do. That the LMPD officers, Louisville Metro Police officers, are benefiting from the sex trafficking, are involved in the sex trafficking, are being paid to shut up about the sex trafficking. There is no way this level of prostitution and human trafficking can be going on literally in eyeball view of police officers and nothing happens. So this weekend, while you're out, and there's this war on BIPOC people, remember, every single officer you encounter is involved one way or another with sex trafficking, human trafficking. They may not be physically committing the trafficking. They are covering it up. They are shifting focus. They are making sure it stays secret. Not because they care about the sex trafficking or the human trafficking. They care about covering their brother, the blue line, the blue wall. The blue wall is now 100% entrenched in human trafficking, and I'm watching it play out in Louisville, Kentucky. I've been here a year. The sex trafficking has been going on for a year. Police have been steps away from the human trafficking for a year, and nothing's happened. So remember, every law enforcement agency is involved in human trafficking. They facilitate it, they assist, they target, they provide victims. The evidence is clear in every case, especially here in Louisville. Literally steps from where LMPD takes their breaks and their lunches and socializes. You cannot tell me or anybody else they aren't involved, that they don't know about it, that they aren't covering for their brother. Remember, law enforcement is human trafficking. Don't forget.